The sexy spoon is quite simple by design. An oblong concave piece of metal with a shiny finish. Perfected to flutter randomly, reflecting light as it descends, emulating an injured baitfish. This week, Kim Stricker and fellow Michigander Brian McCarter spoon feed autumn largemouths in northern waters and find they hook more than just a spoonful. Beneath the autumn waves, in lakes that harbor largemouths, an observable fact occurs. Young bluegills condense in large schools and suspend, primarily along deep weed edges in a sublittoral zone. And as if Mother Nature was setting the dinner table for a pre-winter feast, hungry largemouths annually take advantage of this straightforward opportunity. And so do knowledgeable anglers.
So what are we expecting today?
We're expecting some big fall largemouth on a striking sexy spoon.
What kind of pattern?
We're basically fishing a deep weed line. We're going to be targeting big schools of bluegill, and that's what those fish are hanging on right now.
Now, have you been pumped up to do this for a while?
Since we talked about it last January. They got access to a little bit of everything here, and this deeper flat seems to be where they set up, you know?
Mm-hmm. Go to the bottom. Good fish. When you get where they're at, that's a better one. Ooh, yeah.
See if he's got some buddies with him.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good
one. There we go. When you get where they're at least you know they'll bite it. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But look how fat and healthy and cold they are. Look at that, hook just fell right out. Very nice.
That's what we catch. That's about the average size right there, and they get bigger from there. So hopefully now that we found them.
Being where they're at, probably all grouped up. Well, good. Thank you, fish, for a thrill. That was a thrill. My friend Brian really opened my eyes to this autumn spoon pattern. Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. I'm confident you're going to learn something new as well. Brian explains what we're targeting.
The weed line on this lake pretty much ends at about 22 feet. So in the summertime, you know, early fall, before the weeds start dying, we're really targeting that hard weed edge. This time of year, I mean, it's, you know, mid-October. Some deeper weeds are kind of starting to die off a little bit.
There's one. There's one. Ooh, that feels like a good one. That don't feel like no pike. Ooh, get up here. Yeah, it was out there.
Yep.
That's a bass. Just kind of
with him.
Get over here. That's a nice fish. Nice fish.
Fall special.
But isn't it funny when the water's cold like that? They just kind of.
Yeah, they don't do much. Makes your job easy.
It does. Man, he ate it too. Ate it big time. Oh man, he ate that thing. Look how fat and healthy that fish is, huh? Just beautiful. But it's funny when the water's so cold, they're just kind of like a dead stick coming to the boat.
Makes your job easy.
No doubt. Love it.
Let's get another one.
Let's get some more. Sexy spoon, green gizzard shad. Beauty.
Shake it off. No worse for the wear. This stocky largemouth gradually makes its way towards the lake bottom. And as he slowly descends, we'll break for a commercial. There's more hookin' and lookin' coming right up.
conditions have changed a little bit, haven't they?
Yep, this will fire him up.
It should. But that's the thing about fishing this time of year, especially in Michigan. It's gonna change.
There we go.
Fish?
Yep.
All right. All right, let's get that net. Good one?
He feels all right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Nice chunk, man.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, he popped that one pretty good. Yeah, he's no giant, but no, another good quality fish.
They're in this corner here.
Yeah, they're stacked up here. We missed it a second ago when you snagged that little bluegill, and that's a good example of what they're eating, why they're piled in here. The wind's blowing in here real good, and it's just got a pile of bass and a pile of bait in here. So let's get him back in there and catch another one.
There you go.
By means of their lateral line system, fish sense the vortices produced by fleeing or injured prey, and the oscillating movements of the sexy spoon is an excellent way to imitate these. Nonetheless, fish in clear water primarily feed by sight, and it's the glint of sunlight reflecting off this lure's shiny finish that mimics the flash of a distressed baitfish and reliably draws strikes.
Fish. Come on. Ooh.
Feel good?
They all feel good.
Feel good.
No, I don't think. Well, he's not bad. He's
good.
not that bad, fish. Heck yeah.
You got a big old mouth on him.
All right. Man, they're just suspended out in that deeper water.
Yeah, that's
Awesome. Hit it on the way down. Yeah. Not a huge fish, but a nice chunk. The way it's looking, Brian, is that they got to be suspended out there and just cruising. I mean,
That's exactly what it is.
You come to one little pod, catch one,
Yep.
and try to get back on it.
Yep. They're all
Catch another.
They're all marking between what 10 and 15 feet.
But over what, 30 foot of water here?
Yeah, 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Just off this break here. Why don't you explain what that bite feels like to the people at home too, as that spoon's just kind of throbbing its way down there?
If you've maintained the bow in your line, you'll see it. It'll be a tick. It's just a tick. But to be honest, on this one, I lifted up and he was there. I didn't feel it. I had so much bow in my line because of the wind. But hey, let's let him go.
You know, typically we're working this bait along the bottom, hopping it back to the boat. Today it was very interesting to see how Kim adapted to the situation of when the fish pulled up underneath the bait and were actually suspended. And he came up with his own little deal where he was actually popping it mid-depth, right above those fish. And that's really what it took to get those bites.
Fish.
Oh boy.
Oh, that one hit it working it. He had hit it once. Ooh, yeah. Look at that sideways.
Big. Look at the mouth on that thing.
This is jammed in his mouth. Tell me he wasn't hungry. Holy cow.
Got a big old head on him.
Big old head, skinny body. But that one, I hopped it a few times and he hit it, and then I did it again and he ate it. We took a break from fishing to get a better understanding of the area and to give Brian visual confirmation of what he perceived the fish were doing. The bluegills were suspended almost through the entire water column, all the way to the bottom, which was where the bass were cruising as well. Look at that bass there. Look at that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Do you think he's saying, let's have a party?
Definitely.
You think?
Coming up, Brian kicks it up a notch. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Hook and Look. Kim and his guest Brian McCarter continue to diligently work a Strike King sexy spoon.
Fish. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, come off, man. Oh, solid chunkers in the fall. Look at that. Awesome. Gobble up that old sexy spoon. But yeah, that is nice chunkers.
Another good one.
Yep. Thanks, Brian.
And that might be the case too, you know, with these fish that are hitting it just on the fall. You know, who knows how many fish are seeing this bait?
Right.
The ones that are hitting on the fall, less active. The ones who are coming and hitting it when you're working back the boat, maybe are a little bit more active fish. There's one.
There you go. Sure, I make a long cast. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
All right.
Good job. They are wadded up out
Yep.
here.
A whole pile of them. That's the same thing we were just talking about, that, you know, I was actually working it just like that last fish you caught. And he come up and smoked it actually.
Just a couple times?
Couple pops, and
Yep.
as soon as it stopped, it started to drop.
All right.
All right, let's catch another.
Now that's fall.
Yep.
That's pretty right there. Fish on the fall. Man, he just smacked it. Oh, ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, yes. That is nice.
That's a fall special right there.
That is nice. I'm telling you, fishing a spoon, I mean, this is a bait that they use down south. I mean, there's no question. Pickwick, Kentucky Lake.
Fork, that's where it's pretty much made famous down in Texas.
Right, but us Yankees don't really use them that much. And Brian, you've put me onto something here that, especially in the fall, you say you catch them all summer long, but even more in the fall.
It gets crazy in the fall.
You catch those nice chunky pigs.
You know, they're looking for a big easy meal, and what's easier than that? They can just coming down in the water column. They can pick it off easy. They don't have to waste a lot of energy, you know, and it's a big treat. They're fattening up for winter.
Fantastic.
So big baits, big fish, they say, right?
Fantastic. I love catching I love the fall. Fall's one of the best fishing times of the year. And thank you, my little babies.
You know, this is really cool being a part of the Hook and Look television show. Ever since I was a little kid, all I wanted to do was fish. You know, coming up, you have them dreams about being a professional bass angler or one day having your own fishing show. And it's just been a real pleasure to be a part of this.
Throughout the day, Brian intrepidly exhibited an exceptional knack, more like a special gift, for catching hammer handle-sized northern pike amidst the bass.
You are the pike master.
One after another, he displayed this implausible aptitude, which he treated as an annoyance, accompanying each catch with an irreverent turn of phrase.
Yeah, it's a pike, son of a...
Yes, I think it's safe to say that most die-hard bass anglers scorn the occasional encounter with a slimy snake, even though these undersized predators strike like a freight train and put up a commendable battle. Nonetheless, come across a full-grown toothy beast, and that unenthusiastic mindset quickly turns.
There's one.
Oh boy. Ooh, that's a good one.
Man, did he ever thump it.
Is this the pike master?
Yeah, we might be...
Nah, you're due a pig largemouth. This is your game. Man, the geese are
Look at that.
Look at that pike.
Sucker.
Holy cow, look at the size of that pike. That is a huge pike. Look at the size of that gator. Man, get out up here. He's going where he wants to go.
Yeah, I can't do much with him right now.
That is a huge pike. Look at that thing. Loving that sexy spoon.
All right, I'm gonna bring him right to you.
Coming in. Oh, look at that. Holy cow. I can barely lift it. Look at the size of that. Oh my God.
That's the biggest pike I've ever caught in my life. I've caught some big ones. That's a giant gator.
That's a gator.
I don't even know if I want to touch him, but I'm gonna. Look at that fish.
That is incredible. You talk about chompers, man.
You know, I don't care if you're a fan of only bass. Who doesn't want to catch something like this?
That's right. You know, you catch hammer handles, but every now and then you get a giant.
That is a trophy.
That's exactly. I don't care, you know, how purist a bass fisherman you are. There is nothing wrong with catching pike like that. Northern pike, no question. I'm gonna get my camera. I gotta get a picture of that.
Stay with us. Hook and Look will return right after this. Welcome back. With Brian McCarter topside, Danny Stricker and his dad descend to the bottom to closely examine one of Brian's more productive fishing locales. Almost immediately, they encounter one of the sizable pods of suspended bluegills, and as they continue over the starry stonewort, bump into a roving largemouth. Next, the diving duo discovers that there was more to this particular area than they first perceived, and reveal the proverbial spot on the spot.
I'm thoroughly surprised that the rocky hump here doesn't have any fish on it.
I'm really starting to think that maybe the weather's having something to do with it, because, I mean, generally those fish live there. We always catch them here, and it's just weird that you're down there not seeing them on this spot. Maybe they pulled up a little shallower or something.
It's rocky and it's sandy. But still, I'm not seeing any fish. Oh, there goes a good one. It's hooked to some.
It was apparent that they had come upon an irregularity in the bottom content, a transition in the form of an open rocky hump amidst the vegetation. Then, suddenly, Danny shouts out,
Guys, I got a spool of about six of them right behind me. Good, Danny, I'll head back towards you. Oh, definitely, they're here. That one's a good one. That one is a toad.
I cannot wait to see this footage you got. You guys are driving me crazy right now. Are the fish positioned like more on top of it, or are they off towards the sides of it?
They're pretty much on top of it, I'd say. All these bass are sitting right on top of this rock hump.
Are you guys just seeing largemouth?
Yeah, it's only largemouth.
Just like you said, though, they're starting to pile up into groups. That's what makes them hard to find. You know, when you find them groups, you can usually smash them pretty good.
Now, what do you do to find these fish usually? Just fish along a break, or?
I'm an electronics guy. Imaging, looking for bait. I'm looking for the right bottom, you know, and then you go over it with your sonar and you see how the fish are positioned on the bait, and you back off them, and you know, it's a cool bait because it is a search bait. It's a heavy bait. You can work it fast. There you go.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay.
But that feels like a good one. Oh, yes. Come to daddy. That's a bass. That's a nice bass. A nice chunk. Yeah.
That's a good one. Look at the mouth on that one.
This is all right.
I'm telling you, man.
I appreciate you putting me on this stuff. I'm telling you.
So
You've taught me some things, man. I appreciate it.
It's one of the things that you just can't keep a secret, you know? You're out here, you know a lot of guys aren't doing this up here. And it's like, man, you know, there's such a huge opportunity to catch these big fish on this big bait.
Brian is right. You need to give the sexy spoon a try if you haven't already. Next week, I invite you to join us as we present our 100th episode. We'll take a behind-the-scenes look at the early years and discuss the helpful information we've compiled underwater since the show's inception. Tune in and help us celebrate next week on
Hook and look.